Michael, you gotta mute everyone, then we can we're good to go.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday morning meditation. So, today we're going to learn the Buddha's teaching against to resist racism. So, and equality as humanity. Um, so, the sutta we're going to learn today that things, how could we be kind and nice and friendly to everyone. So we're going to meditate today on Brahma Vihara, divine dwelling. At the same time, this meditation, Brahma Vihara, is the universal love. We talk about the universal love. That is the heavenly love. And we are live separately here. We separate people according to our culture, language, color, uh, race, some kind of perceptions, considering that conventional differences we have each other, and we created ourselves. So then we treat them in different way. We have a different mentality. So, but we are looking for heavenly living, and living in heaven. We are looking for eternal peace, happiness, the divine quality. But we are living here in different way. So then, how could we be at that divine nature? So that not going to happen. That not work anyway. So if you looking for that heavenly living and divine peace and divine nature, living in heaven with eternal peace, then you have to, definitely you have to love everyone without any differences. So you have to practice universal love. You have to practice heavenly love. You have to practice that divine compassion, and also you have to practice altruistic joy or sympathetic joy, and you have to practice equanimity. So now we're going to practice those divine nature, divine qualities. Join us and close your eyes and sit down comfortably. Sit down comfortably and keep your right hand top of your left hand and keep back straight, and take deep breath and slowly let go and relax. Take a couple of deep breaths and slowly let go and relax. Focus your top of the head and relax your head and your face. Keep a smile on your face and relax your shoulders, arms, chest, stomach, legs, and feet. Relax your top of the head from head to feet. Now simply imagine you are living in heaven and you are dwelling in heaven with heavenly nature. If you want to live heaven, you have to have that heavenly nature. If you want to be divine, and you have to be divine right now, right here. So open your mind to that divine nature and think about whole heaven, all sentient beings in these human realms, heavenly realms, and lower realms. In this earth, in the solar system, and beyond the solar system in the universe. And you simply open your mind to all sentient beings in this whole universe. There are no limits, unlimited, unbarriered, metta, abundance of metta. Keep wishing me all living beings in this universe. Be happy, be happy, be happy. Keep repeating and repeat and repeat. May all living beings be happy, be happy. Focus what you wish. Take your whole mind into it. Immerse to it. Sink into this metta. Fill your heart, pervade in this world, this soulless planetary system, and in this whole universe. May all living beings be happy. make sure you do not have any slight of hate in your heart, in your mind. Only love, metta. It is pure mind. It is pure heart. This is the heart beyond the heaven. It is the Brahma. So open your mind and heart to this divine nature. Fill your heart and mind with this abundance of metta and keep repeating, may all living beings be happy, be happy. And this metta is the peace. This metta is the happiness. It is make you cool and peaceful. Hate is burning us. It is dirty. It is hurt. It is painful. But this metta is cool and it is peaceful. So let go your anger, your hate, your grudge, and your unpleasant, irritational, hostile, all those kind of thoughts. Simply fill your heart and mind with this divine nature, a pure thought. May all living beings be happy. The happy I want to be, the peace you want to have, and you wishing it to all living beings. Okay, now we are going to practice compassion. We're going to develop, cultivate the compassion, heavenly compassion, divine compassion in our heart, in our mind. You simply think and consider the living beings who is in pain and suffering, physically not well, lie down with pain, struggling to overcome from this suffering, mentally not well, mentally ill and sick, living with depression, anxiety, stress, and going through. So, for many reasons, and you may have compassion towards them who is in pain and suffering, and wish them to overcome that pain and suffering, and recover soon and become happy again. Then send your karuna. You may send your karuna to all living beings who is in suffer right now, in this moment, who is in pain, and wish them to free from that suffering. You may think sometimes we struggle to overcome the pain and suffering we're going through. The same pain and difficulty all other living beings also have. So you wishing them to recover and become happy. Make sure it will make you happy too. So then open your heart and mind. Have simply come karuna. Then wish them to be happy. Get rid of that pain. Overcome that pain and suffering. And be happy. Smile. Be healthy. And be safe. Be happy. and we train and we practice, emerge into this karuna, into this compassion, and we live in this karuna. We live in this compassion. We live in with compassion. So heart is compassion, the mind is compassion, and filled with compassion, only just simply karuna and karuna, only karuna. So live in this karuna. Okay, now we are going to practice mudita. Mudita is altruistic joy, and you may simply think you have a divine mind, you have divine heart. Now you are living with it, and you are living in it. So now you have mudita, and you enjoy happiness of others, and you enjoy the peace of others, success of others, health. So keep enjoying and rejoicing, seeing the happiness, success, peace, health of others, and wish them to grow with that happiness, wish them to grow with this peace and health and success. Keep wishing. Try to feel it is your success, the success of others, and you consider in you feeling it like it is yours, your own success. The happiness of others, you feel it like your own happiness, peace. So rejoice in the other's success and happiness. Okay, now we are going to practice upekha, equanimity. So now we think whatever happened in the world, some people happy, some people suffering, some people healthy, some people sick, some people rich, some people poor, some are peaceful, some are fight each other. It is nothing to worry about it or nothing to be excited. We all experience our own karma. We all receive the results according to our actions, verbal, mental, and physical actions. Something happened according to the nature of the law of the nature, the changing in the world, disasters. So whatever it is, nothing to do with you. And you simply have upekka, a peaceful mind, quiet, empty mind. So then enjoy peace and that emptiness. In this moment, you do not have metta, you do not have karuna and mudita. Simply you have upekka, equanimity, emptiness, and simply pure peace. Live in it. then simply consider sentient beings living and born according to their karma, and they live according to their karma. Things happen in the world according to the law of nature, so it's nothing to do with you and with me, and you simply have upekkha, equanimity, peace. Okay, now we're going to end up this session of meditation and say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I think that this practice kind of little bit difficult and intense, mm, but we have to do sometimes very hard and difficult things, right? Yeah, that's the practice. It is better to doing um, uh, better doing without nothing. Yeah. So take a break for minutes, then we're gonna learn the wonderful sutta. Um, if you have any question, you can ask about the practice today. You want some hot water or tea? What- Yeah. Can you stay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, no problem. Okay, take a break for a minute. So,
Hmm.
so he's ready to. Okay, then let's begin. Just begin with the homage to the Buddha. Marco, do you need anything? Okay, I wish you may have soon. I think this is not for the hot water. You should good? You sure? In the basement we have. Okay. So then, homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, Worthy One, and fully enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, today we are going to learn the Vasettha Sutta. The Vasettha Sutta come from the Kuddaka Nikaya. Kuddaka Nikaya. That's the fifth one of the Nikayas, right? We have Diga Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, and Kuddaka Nikaya, minor discourses. In that Kuddaka Nikaya have 15 books. The Sutta Nipata is the one of that 15 books. In the Kuddaka Nikaya have 5 chapters, and this Vasettha Sutta come from the chapter of great. It's called Mahavagga. This is quite a long sutta. Long sutta mostly is verses. Mm. And the very this is something to you have to know. This Sutta Nipata is one of very special book in Tipitaka. Very special. The language of this sutta is quite old, and teaching is quite. Uh, um, it's considered by scholars a very ancient language, ancient grammatical way. Um, the language is quite ancient and different from other Nikayas. This is mostly considered is very close to um, Buddha's um, teaching. It means
mm,
this is quite different and special, and this is a significant book called Sutta Nipata. Um, so, Buddha was living called in a quiet little forest called Ichanangala, and Buddha was living in that forest monastery. Um, it's not a forest, but quiet kind of garden something. Then there was the two friends, the Brahmins. They are the young uh, boys. One is the Vasettha, the other one is the Bharadwaja. And
mm,
this, uh, India in this time, in the Buddha's time, was very highly and very badly racist and considered by different the race they are born. In the At that time, the India was separated by the three classes of the uh, people. One is called Brahmins,
mm,
and the teaching, according to their teaching, they were born from the mouth of the Brahma.
mhm,
They born the mouth from the Brahma. I think they're reciting the verses and the religious mantras, and they reciting and they teach them, they sing in them, and they doing that all religious. They are the leaders of the religious, the priest. They are the priest, so they are the highest clan, and they consider themselves they are the deities or gods on the earth. Like the people, political people, the
mm.
politicians consider sometimes they are the kind of God in the earth,
God given.
right?
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So the other second class is the Kshatriya or Khatriya. That's a Buddha were born. It's the royal families. They all are royals, and they
mm,
rule the countries, and they make the rules, and they control them, and they rule
mm,
them. And the third one, actually, the
mm,
Kshatriyas, royal ones born from the arms of the Brahma.
mm,
I think they fight mostly. That's why. And then the class of the called the merchants of farmers
mm,
who is keep trading. So they keep walking village to village, town to town, city to city, and keep selling and buying. And they were
mm,
born from the thighs of the Brahma because they're walking, I think, right?
mm,
And then four, the fourth class called servants or slaves, and they were born
mm,
the feet from the Brahma. Then they are the very lowest one, and they didn't have
mm,
any rights. They can learn, they can recite, they can say mantra, they can remember mantra, they can learn, and they can do anything else. And they are the very, uh, very
mm,
lowest. Even Brahma don't want to see them. They don't touch them. They don't come in.
mm,
And in the Buddha's time, very badly, this separation have highly was there very badly. Then the Vasettha and Bharadwaja, the Bharadwajas keep saying, we are the Brahmins. We are come from the high clans. Our old ancestors are the very famous, very powerful Brahmas, like chunky Brahma. We are come from Chanki Brahma, Tarukka Brahma, Pokharasati Brahma, Janusoni Brahma, Todeya Brahma, and we are come from that kind of highly famous or powerful Brahmas. So we are the greatest. And when the Bharadwaja said that, then the Vasettha said, no, I don't think we become pure and greatest because of our generation we are come from. Bharadwaja says, no, our fathers are Brahmins, mothers are Brahmins, our grandfathers are Brahmins, grandmothers are Brahmins, until to seven birth, continuously 7 generations, we are all Brahmins. So we are pure, we are greatest, we are the highest. But Devasetta said, no,
Yes.
we are become highest and greatest according to our action, not the of our birth. Then they both of them keep arguing each other, right? But no one was able to um, convince the argument, and they keep then they keep walking. Actually, it's very interesting. In the sutta, say they are keep walking for Janga Vihara,
Mm.
and they keep walking they keep jogging. In the Buddha's time, people keep walking and jogging, right? Jogging, you keep running on the gym, on the what's
Yes.
the what's that called? Huh? Treadmill. Yeah,
Mm.
you keep jogging on the treadmill, and also we have a jogging path, right? The trails. You have trails for walking.
Mm.
In the Buddha's time, they keep walking for Janga Viharam for health, good health. Janga means the lower body. Actually, it
Mm.
simply means this for health, and they keep walking for health. Yeah, jogging. So then they keep pass by the Buddha's monastery, and then the Vasita said, okay, they know already, and Buddha was living in this area at that time. Buddha living in this area,
Mm.
in this monastery nearby Chanangal. And he is very famous, quite famous as a scholar and wise and intelligent and very realized one. So let's go and ask him. They are young guys, and they came to Buddha and respect to the Buddha and sat down to one side, and they said, Devasetta said, this is my friend Bharadwaj, and he has an idea. People become greatest and highest according to their birth, but I'm not agree with that. I against to that. I say is make people great by action, not the birth. But we couldn't convince each other. Just let us know what is make human great. And then Buddha explained in very wonderful things. He actually really a beautiful thing. And Buddha saying them, okay, now I'm going to teach you the differences of the uh, sentient beings. Differences of the sentient
Mm.
beings. I'm not going to read this whole, so that is very long. Let me tell you um, briefly. Okay. The Buddha says, look at that the grasses. There are many different grasses in the world. They all belong to the family of grass, but they're different. Some are go on the earth. Some are growing high, right? There's so many different grasses and the trees. You see different trees. Some are no branches, some are directly go up. When they cut, this is cut down, no grow up again. But some trees have different branches. Some are grow highly and some are not grow high. And many different mangoes, coconut, apple, orange, right? And many different fruits and many different flowers it gives, right? And many different tastes. And there are many variation of the grass and trees. They're not equal each other. They are different, right? And Buddha again says, look at that bugs and moths, worms. Now it's come to bugs, many different bugs, ants, right? Red ants, black ants, many different ants and bugs and moths. And there are very differences of the bugs, ants and termites.
They're like ants that eat wood, bunting.
They
They're
come
wood eating.
wood eaters. Wood eaters. Yeah. So there are many of them. They are very different. Now they're not equal each other. Different variation of that bugs and moths and ants and termites. So and also Buddha says, look at that some animals. Some have the four legs, four legs animals. Some are tiny, some are huge. Look at that, the like a rat and the elephant, dinosaurs, right? From the from the rat to elephant is different variation, right? Lions and tigers, monkeys are many differences. They are completely a difference of their birth from their birth. So and Buddha also says, mm, look at that some snakes. They have a long belly, and Buddha says they have long belly and uh, long uh, not neck. Yeah, the back side, the opposite to belly, other side, back, long back. Yeah, long belly, long back, and some animals also have a long neck like a giraffe, right? But then this snake have a long belly and long back, and they do not have feet, mm, and they walk by their belly, and even those snake have a different roots, and they are very differences. Snake, I don't know in English, so the snake have many different names, right? Different kind of snakes. Can you tell me something, some of them?
Cobra,
Cobra, rattles,
rattlesnake, coral
holy.
snake,
Okay, go ahead.
garter snake,
Gardens,
um,
garden snake. Okay,
oh,
black snake.
black
Oh,
snake,
green snakes.
green snake, mamba.
Okay,
Hi,
okay. A rat's eater. No,
rat
no,
snake.
no, ants eater. That's another bug, another animal. Animal. Okay. There are many snakes. So they are different. They are very different. Okay, then Buddha explained again to them, these young boys. Look at these snakes. They are different.
mm,
Um, then Buddha again look at the Buddha's explanation and the Buddha's vision and Buddha, how Buddha see this world. And Buddha explain again. Look at the fish. Look at the fish in the water. They live in the water. The fish are different from animals, right? And fish are the fish, and they are living in the water, and they have also have a many differences. Okay, whales,
mm,
uh, dolphins, um, very dangerous one. What is that called?
mm,
Oka, a shark.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
So
yeah. Mm,
many differences. They are also huge and large and small and tiny. Many differences.
mm,
So, and then Buddha explained to them, look at these fishes living in the water, and there are many kind of and many differences, not equal. And again, Buddha says, look at the birds flying in the sky, and they difference each other from the eagle,
mm,
ostrich,
yeah.
parrots, pigeon,
Mm,
um, lovebirds, crow, um, many differences, and they are different. They're not equal. The birds are many variation of them.
mm,
And Buddha says to these young guys, look at these all the living beings are they are different each other, and there are
mm,
many difference of them. But the humans not different, and this is the Buddha's point. The Buddha's point here is humans are not different. And
mm,
Buddha says, mm, na kesehi, by the hair, they're not different. By season, by the head, they are not different. I don't know, Darwin, who found that the differences, uh,
mm,
Homo sapien, Neanderthal, that
mm,
the differences, the Darwin, who found that?
mm, mm,
That, okay. And this, but the Buddha's, the point here, as a head, and they,
mm,
we are equal. As the hair, we are equal. And the by the ears, we are equal.
mm,
By the eyes, we are equal. And by the mouth, the way of mouth, we equal. And by nose, we are equal. But the lips, and we equal. By the brows, we equal. And by the neck, humans are equal. By the
mm,
shoulders, humans are equal. By the belly, peoples are equal. By the back, peoples are equal. By the sonia, by the chest, breast, the people are equal. By the uh, uh,
Somebody want to explain that?
explain what?
No, nothing,
Uh,
Bhante.
okay. Mm,
All right.
then Buddha going one by one, and by the what's they call this hips. By the hips, humans are equal. Um, by the back and by the genitals, and the humans are equal. By the hands and legs, and the fingers and nails, and the calves, thighs and colors and voice, and the humans are equal. They are not different from others.
mm,
Mm. And Buddha says, as a body, and the humans are equal. They are not different.
mm,
But Buddha says they have the humans have perceptions and they separate from other. Whatever they talk about, we are not equal. It is they are the perceptions and the um,
mm,
conventional conventional sayings. Conventional. It means the people used to talk about we are not equal, we are different, and they
mm,
made themselves. But the reality is they are not different. Humans are not different each other. And whatever
mm,
differences they talk, they are different. This is not right and real, and it's not a true. It is the kind of they are used to talk about that. And then here, and Buddha mentioned here. Okay, look at this. Some people, okay, some people, humans are different in this way. What is that? How they are living. Okay, Vasettha, look at this. Some people living by farming. They cultivate, right? They farm, they farmings. And they call farmers. They are the
mm,
farmers. And they different from who is
mm,
keep trading. Some people traders, merchants, keep
mm.
buying and selling and they live in by doing that. And they are traders or merchants. The same thing, traders and merchants. I think different
Mm,
things. And then the who keep farming and they call farmers. Who keep trading, they call traders.
mm,
And then who is stealing and they call thieves. Okay. And then who work for the weapons for the king and they call soldiers. Um,
mm,
and who keep reciting and teaching religious and they call a priest. They are
mm,
different in this way. According to their career, they are the way of their living, right?
mm,
And who build houses and they call carpenters. Um,
mm,
then the humans are different according to the way of their living. They are farmers, traders, soldiers, priests, and these are the difference people talk about. It is clearly we can see that differences according to way of their living. But the as a birth, humans are similar. Then you cannot consider humans I different from you, you different from me. Whatever we talk, it is not real. But as humans, we are equal. That's what is Buddha's point.
mm,
The nature of the humanity is the humanity.
mm,
You cannot say, I'm Sri Lankan, I'm different from you. You're
mm,
American, I'm different from you. But you are human, I'm human. But we are human. But we say, I'm from Sri Lanka, you from America, I'm from India, you from China, I'm from England, you from Africa. What that different? But as a human, we are equal, right? It's no matter where you are born and what language you're talking about, what color you
mm,
are. Uh, but that's not reality. Reality as humans are humans. Look at this world right now. We fight, we kill each other, we hate each other. Why?
mm,
Why we hate each other? Oh, why? why we are in danger in this whole world. It's danger. These things happen in the even in the history. Whatever
mm,
they heard, recite the verses, religious verses, and you're not supposed to recite verses and learn religious thing, and they put something
mm,
into mouth to burn something called what the in Pompeii come from the volcanoes, tar,
mm,
what that ashes, acid,
mm,
ashes, lava, lava. They put onto the mouth in the India. In India, those days in the Buddha's time, they're not supposed to recite religious things. And who
mm,
heard, who keep hearing, listening to those kind of things, because there are differences, crazy and bad racism, and they
mm,
put something into ear and make them deaf. Horrible. That's horrible. Even today, the same thing. But not like that, but different way we use the same thing. Because
mm,
we keep separating humanity by our language, by the way we born, uh, and we. But Buddha's point is, as a head, as a nose, as a mouth, as a hand, legs, belly, feet, back, uh, and by the nails, and we equal by the heart, by the lungs, by the uh, in test. What's that called? With the belly things. Okay, yeah,
mm,
intestine and the
mm,
all part of the body, right? We equal, right, Marco? Your heart is different
mhm,
from my heart, but you are
mm,
Italian. I'm Sri Lankan. Do you think our hearts are different,
mm.
right?
Right.
Your whatever you have in your body, I have the same thing. Not really.
Mm,
Or maybe you have a big one, you have a small one. Maybe some that kind of different. You have a big head, I have a small head. Maybe you have a big nose, I have a small nose, but we are have the nose the same nose. The Buddha's point is we in that way humans are equal. You cannot separate them. And then Buddha said, it's not make you greatest or lowest, but where you were born and whatever, whoever your mother and father. And Buddha taught this separation happened in the ancient time according to your career, the way of your living. People who
mm,
used to control the countries, they become royal. And the
mm,
people who was to teach and learn, start to learn and to teach others, and they become priests, religious, who lead the religious things and conducted those religious activities, and they become priests, and who start to farm and to trade and to buying and selling, and they became that traders, and who start to work and to serve others, and they became slaves. So and
mm,
but in the ancient time, they that's the way of living. They didn't have in the beginning any differences, and that's how they were lived. And lately, people give the quality. Oh, we are the greatest because we do this, and you are the lowest because you do this. And people made it and start to separate. And this is not make sense where you were born, which is your color and what language you talk and what culture you have. So this is not make sense. And humanity is humanity, but we have that kind of difference Buddha mentioned. Conventional differences human made themselves. But as the parts of the body and the way of the humans, and we equal. Yeah, in the hair, I know the Africans have a curl hair, but we have not some different hair. But we have the same hair, but something different in the way of growing. But I think hair is hair. It is same maybe.
mm,
There was something different. The eyes are eyes, but the color something different. but we have the similar eyes and we saw the same way. But the animals can see different, they see in different way. Some snakes can
mm,
see colors and they
mm.
see different ways. Animals see different ways. Some animals can see night, but some animals can, birds can see at daytime. Who can see at daytime? They cannot see in night, right? Who can see in night and they cannot see in day? But humans, we all equal, right? As a way of our we see, as a vision, we equal, right? And Buddha's the point is here: the humans are equal and not differences. So you cannot be highest or lower as your birth. As your birth, you are equal. But it is make you low and great according to your action. And the Buddha said that here. According to your action, it's make you great or lower. Okay, look at this. Okay, some people, some people taking weapons and and keep beating each other, killing each other. So they're hurting others. So then it's not make them great and highest. And then some are angry, some are have conceit, some are uh, mm, they criticize others. So this Pali is so difficult for me. This the language is really difficult.
Mm.
But I don't want to read that English things. Let me see. So the Buddha's point is here. People, some people steal from others. Some people kill others. Some people telling lies, slandering,
Mm.
and separating people, and they're not kind. Then they do not have compassion. So, but Buddha says, who have get rid of that anger completely? I say he is the Brahman. And Buddha gave a meaning to the Brahmins who have get rid of the anger, who have let go of the anger, who not hate anymore. I say he is the Brahman. Instead of stealing and who is generous and get rid of the greed and completely greedless, I say he's the Brahmins. He's the Brahmin. And who have the who bearing others criticizing, criticizing, who have patience. He bear no matter whatever people come against to him, but he bearing and he patient, not against to others who is hurting and beating them, but still patient, peaceful. I say he's the Brahman.
Mm.
Who have the heart like pure like moon. That's the ancient way of saying a moon is very pure. It's bright at night, like right? It's pure, beautiful thing. who has heart like a moon, like pure and bright. So no dirt, no defile, uh, defiled, not unwholesome thoughts is a pure. I say is the Brahman. No matter where you're born, what clan you belong to, which country you belong to, which language you talk, which culture you have, it doesn't make you great.
mm,
As a Brahman, if you kill others and you not become Brahman.
mm,
As a Shudra servant, you are born
mm,
a lower. The people talk about the lower clan you were born, but you're not killing, you're not hate, you are the Brahman. You are the Brahman. You have
mm,
a pure heart, pure mind, compassion. You not hate, you not steal, right?
mm,
The Brahmins kill each other and they steal and they do all the bad stuff, but they think they are Brahmins. So Buddha said, it doesn't make you Brahman. Your action make you Brahman and it make you the lower. And Buddha explaining here finally all the bonds released and overcome all the streams like the stream of sensual pleasure, the disciple sensual pleasure, or kamoga, and the disciple existence, bhavoga, and the who has freed from the vision, the views, attached to the views, beliefs, and who has
mm,
overcome from all those beliefs and freed from believing and visions and the toga. And who came from and freed from delusion, ignorance, and I say he's the Brahman. So and Buddha keep teaching them, and so on and so on and so on, and they keep reading this sutta as a beautiful things, and then Buddha
mm,
finally says, "Who freed from views and who freed from attachment and who freed from hate and delusion, ignorance?" And then I say he is the Brahman. So then finally Buddha says, Najaja Brahmano hoti. No one become Brahman by birth. Najaja hoti abrahmano. And no one become not Brahmin by birth. Kammana Brahmano
mm,
hoti. By action, one become Brahman, and Kammana, by action, they become not Brahmins. And the same, then Buddha keep teaching to them in this way. And finally, Buddha said, Brahman is the Arahant one, is the real Brahman. Who can say Brahman and he is the Arahant? Who's not Arahant, they not can say Brahman. So action make you low and high. So and when Buddha said that, and both of them was very happy about the Buddha's teaching, and they said, and they promised to Buddha to follow Buddha and become the Buddha's followers. And they said, Upasako no bhavang gotamo dharetu bante, consider we as your followers. And they will become happy. Okay, this is the teaching. Yes,
mm.
now you can share your idea. You're not happy with that?
I'm very happy.
You're happy.
And he has attained. Yeah. Mm,
Okay. Hello. Before we have a little bit time, you can tell me
mm.
something. You not agree with Buddha? Do you still believe you become great by your birth?
Is
Mm.
I really liked the sutta. I got a lot out of it and read it a few times. It's really nice to see he was just way ahead of the curve, you know.
yeah. Well said. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a note here, Bhante,
Yeah, you see
that I wrote.
yeah, actually you see the humanity. We are in danger. Why we fight, why we
Mm,
kill, because uh, actually that's because we fight and kill each other because our the greed and hate and insecurity. We're not secure.
yes.
I am afraid of you because you're gonna kill me. Maybe you're gonna invade,
Mm-hmm.
overcome. You're gonna take us, take this, and you're gonna. We are insecure. Why we are insecure? We not believe each other. We
Mm,
not trust each other. Why we not trust? Because we know what how we live. We live with hate. We live with greed, right? We live with those kind of things. Okay, okay. So we live with those kind of things. We are
mm,
humans, but yeah, like animals, they live with fear. They not trust each other. And like a
mm,
herd, but let you live together, some of them. Like
mm. That's
sometimes
right.
they fight.
Bhante, all the qualities that the Buddha gives us,
Mm,
when he tells us what a Brahman is,
mm,
who is a Brahman, they all point to an enlightened being,
right.
either a Buddha or an arhat. So that would mean that, for example, none of us are Brahman
Yeah.
because achieved we haven't achieved enlightenment. And one of them, I'm going to quote, this is Venerable Sudaso's translation,
Mm,
one to whom no aspiration can be found for this world or another.
mm,
And that one I call a Brahman.
mm.
So here we have my note. Oh, doesn't this mean that we should not aspire to heavenly realms? Very often we are encouraged to aspire to a heavenly realm, but this seems to say don't do that. Does that make sense?
What's the aspire? Aspiration?
Aspire means to
Aspiration?
want some. Yes, that's right. That's right. To
Okay.
want to get there, to do
Yes.
something.
Yeah. Who has
Yeah,
the aspiration, they now become arahants or brahmins.
yeah. But in this particular case, it seems as though the Buddha is saying, don't do that. Don't aspire. Don't have an aspiration
Right.
to be in the heavenly realm, because what you want is enlightenment, not heavenly realm.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting. But very often we say, well, that would be for the arhat, but for us,
Mm,
it might be different.
right.
So there are a lot of opinions about that. And
There are desires though that lead to higher states in the path, right? That are good desires.
yeah,
And then once you achieve them, you let them go, right? I
Right.
mean, there are some
mm,
positive desires, like the desire for um, the jhanas or peace, concentrated mind. We can have those
yes,
desires and then we let them go once we've achieved them, but they help us on the path to nibbana, correct?
Right. Yes.
uh,
Yes.
I mean, I think being born in heaven, reborn in heaven, means that you're a virtuous person.
Right.
Um, I'm not so sure that's a bad thing.
No, no, no.
You
That's not
want
that,
to,
that that's not bad exactly not. Uh, if you want to be rich, and you have to have that desire. If you live as a thief, but you want to get free from that, and you want to be a nice one, you have a desire for to be live a nice one peacefully, and that's a good desire, right?
Yes.
The living a very kind human, and you're helping others and supporting, you have that kind of desire. That's good one, but not to harm anyone. But living, get it, go from beyond this human world. This is dangerous living here, and living in heaven is good. That's desire is good. But going being from that heavenly realm and born in the Brahma realm, that's better. Even get free from all this kind of existence, and that's the best.
Mm-hmm.
And desire is okay to go up.
Mm. I was very much struck by this line. It is a convention in this world to assign a name and clan. In other words, I mean, I understand this to mean that in the samsaric world, in the world in which we live, we give names to things. That's language, right?
Right.
And we use that. So that's the interesting use of the word convention. It means every day. It's what we do, you know.
Mm.
But there's a higher way of looking at it. But we need, for example, language to express it. So that's our convention. Produced by convention, they're assigned here and there. So, yeah. And also the idea of the Brahma world or the heavenly realm. We aspire to, for example, advance our practice. That's an aspiration. We aspire to help others, right? Advance. That's an aspiration. And we aspire to give up greed and to give up anger, right? And to not be ignorant. Those are aspirations. But if we, and the result, let's say, might be to be born in the Brahma realm. But if we, I'm kind of talking about, oh, I want to be comfortable. Oh, I want to live for so long. Don't forget the the qualities of the Brahma realm are very lovely. You know, you get to sniff your dinner. You don't have to eat stuff, and it's all surrounded by beautiful flowers and whatever. It's all lovely, and you live for a long, long time. So it seems to me that's like a secondary aspiration. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you're not aspiring to have a lovely life. You're aspiring to be the kind of a person who deserves that life. Does that make sense? It's not the same. We don't want to get caught up in saying, oh, I'm going to be good because I'm going to get a reward, and this reward is going to be so lovely. That would not be, I think, efficacious. But anyway, maybe it's a little silly to talk about. Maybe I'm splitting hairs. There's a word. Yeah, I've often wondered about that.
Right. So actually, I think this whole thing give us some kind of idea to you. We not supposed to, and there are no rights to think I'm better than you because the whatever the job you are doing and the job I am doing. So the where you are born, where I am born, and which language we talk, and which that's slight differences.
Yeah.
But the originally humans, and they are humans. So the differences what we talk about does not make sense And that's a conventional, that's what Buddha's point is, conventional. That's not the humanity, changing humans. That's a conventional thing. Maybe it's make you a farmer, I'm a trader, and something like that, the Korea we are talking, living. But that's a way of living, differences of way of living. But as a humans, that's a birth, right? As we born as a humans. As a human, we are equal. And then Buddha's the idea that that equality, and they're considering that, but thinking and comparing and making someone high and low, we cannot, we're not supposed to do that. So we're going beyond this all kind of bond and attachment, hate and delusion and ignorance, pride and conceit, and we become freed and become enlightened. And that enlightened one is the highest one, brother. And this is the point. Okay, so thank you for joining us today, and let me give you give me the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. By the practicing meditation and learning Dhamma, and we accumulated so much merits. So we're going to share these merits with our departed ones, ghosts and deities, gods, and these all sentient beings. May they all share these merits and have a happy, good destination. You may live happily, peacefully, without any afflictions, and finally, may we all be able to attain to enlightenment. Akasattha ch Bhummattha Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Sasanang Chirang Rakkantu Desanang Chirang Rakkantu Mang Parang Sabbhitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Okay, see you next week. And
Thank you,
take
Michael.
care.
Thank you, Ramji.
Okay,
Thank you, Bye.
okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Welcome.
Mm.